Welcome to Ascension, deck building game. Let's get started. I'm going to play offline, and it's just going to be me versus one AI. And start. Okay, so you start with a hand of pretty useless cards. Down here is my set of cards. I've got all these triangles, which are payment. Or your currency, perhaps, is a better word. So let's just play all of my cards because they're all the same. Now, I can't do any attacking because I didn't get any of the red circle currency. All I got was these triangles, which means I can purchase cards. So I can buy slightly better money cards, or I can buy slightly better combat cards because I've got some +1 combat cards in my hand over here. But let's see what I can see. What I can buy is highlighted in green. So when I play this card, which costs 3, I'll gain 2 combat and draw a card if I have 2 or more constructs, which is a type of card you can play. Okay, similar sort of thing here. And this one is draw a card and you may banish a card in the center row, which means you can get rid of one of these cards out the middle. It's a good way of perhaps stopping your opponent from getting hold of a particularly good card. You can just get rid of it. Up here is the total of how much currency I've got for this turn. So I've got 5, which is enough to boost my deck with 1 each of these. None of these cards here seem particularly great or that I'm desperate to get. So I'm basically going to get the Mystic, which is a +2 currency card. So that goes into my discard pile. And a Heavy Infantry, which is +2 combat, again, into my discard pile. That's the end of my turn. Now the objective in the game is to burn through all these, I don't know what they call them, but these stars. You try to earn as many of these stars as you can get and end the game, or rather the game ends when you run out of these, but you need to end the game with more than your opponent. So down here in my latest hand of cards, I've got a mix of currency, triangles, and combat pluses. So let's just play all these. And you can see up here I've got 2 combat to play with and 3 coins. So I could buy this one for 3 coins now, which is gain 2 combat and possibly draw another card. That's slightly better than having this +2 heavy infantry, because if I do manage to get some constructs, then I would get an extra card. Now if I buy this for 2, that leaves me with 1 currency left, which wouldn't buy anything. So as this is slightly better, I'll buy this and drag it into my discard pile. I've now got 2 combat left. I can't defeat any of the combat cards in this center row, so I'm just going to defeat the cultist, which you can defeat as many of these as you want. But that will earn me 1 star, so I've currently got 0 stars. So let's drag him over to the void, which is how you do combat, and I've earned myself a star. So that's the end of my turn. Okay, it looks like I've got a combat turn coming up. Oh, he's bought a special card now. Okay, let's just play all these. So I've actually got 6 combat to play, so I could defeat 3 cultists. But what are the other options here? I could Mistake of Creation. I could defeat the Mistake of Creation, which would gain me 4 stars, and I could banish another card in the center row or a card in your discard pile. Now that can be really useful for getting the weak cards out of your set of cards, but I've got none in the discard at the moment. Reward, gain 2 stars. You may banish a card in the center row, but that's not really any better. This one gains me 4 stars, this one gains me 2, so I'm going to defeat the Mistake of Creation. And not going to banish anything because I don't really care at this point, which leaves me 2 combat, which means I can defeat another cultist. And there you go, I've taken 6 stars down there. My opponent still only has 1. I've got 1 currency left, which isn't enough to buy anything. So I'll end the turn. Ooh, one of his special cards has come out. What is that? He gains 2 combat and a star for each faction in the constructs he has. Okay. We'll see a construct when I get a chance to play one. Okay, so all I've got is currency cards here, so let's play them all. Now, anything in green is available to purchase. Now, the higher the value or the cost of the card, usually the better it is. So let's have a look at these. Once per turn, gain 1 combat. Now, this is a construct, which means it stays in play once you play it. So each turn I would gain a combat from playing that. And I get an extra star when I defeat a monster. So that's quite a good construct. This one we've looked at before. Now this is quite a good card because it allows you, once you draw this one, you can draw 2 more cards, and the more cards you can play on a turn, the more powerful your turn is. So I'm very tempted by that. And once per turn, gain 1 currency. And if it's the first time you play a life-bound hero, you gain a star. Well, that's pretty weak. I think this is the best card, so I'm going to drag that down into my discard. So I can't do anything else, so I'll end my turn. Looks like I've got another currency term coming up. Now my opponent's got quite a few interesting cards here. He can choose to gain a currency or a combat with that one. Discard a card, and if you do, draw 2 cards. So that's pretty powerful. He's drawing extra cards into his hand with that one. Okay, so I got no special cards, so I'll just play them all. 4 currency. Gain 2 more currency. Gain 2. Plus a bonus. So I'll take this one this time. Because it gives me a chance of gaining some stars. So I'll take that. And end my turn. Need to start collecting some different types of cards. I've still got a lot of basic cards, and I haven't cycled through my deck properly yet to get the more interesting constructs out. So these are all simple cards, so I'll just click play all. Okay, so I've got 2 combat, which means I can defeat a cultist and gain a star, so I'll do that. And I have 5 currency to spend, so there's this one, which is draw 2 cards again. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That will multiply any other cards I buy later on. So it's an investment. Okay, so now I've got a couple of interesting cards coming out. Yeah, so my opponent's got that discard and draw 2. Interesting. Okay, so there's no choices to be made, so I'll just play them all. And there's the extra cards coming out. Excellent. So I've got 4 currency and 4 combat. Now there's nothing here to defeat. So I can defeat 2 cultists. And I've got 4 currency. Now I've got a few currency cards, so I'm going to buy this combat card. I'll drag down here. Actually, I'll get 2. And end my turn. Then hopefully I'll be able to start defeating the bad guys in the centre row. Okay, so he's at 10 and I'm at 9, so the AI is in the lead at the moment. So here I've got this one that draws 2 cards, so I'm going to play that. Okay, so that gave me quite a boost. Let's see what we got here. Gain 2, no constructs yet, so I'm just going to play that and then play the rest. So again, it's a high currency turn, but I did get 2 combat. So I can kill another cultist. And I've still got 5 currency to spend. So what can we do here? Once per turn, gain a currency and you may spend it to acquire another Mechanica construct. So construct cards, when you play them, they stay in play down the bottom here. And there's different, I don't know what you call them, guilds? So Mechanica is like a guild. This is a void construct, and this is talking about Mechanica constructs. So, gain 1 currency. Not really interested in that. Gain 1 kill per turn. You see, that stays in play, so that's quite good. Okay, that's it for this turn. And we're neck and neck on stars at the moment. He's taking infantry, so he's increasing his combat. Okay, what have I got here? So let's just play all these. And there's that construct going into play. So every turn I gain a combat. And when I defeat a monster, I gain an extra star. Okay, so I've got 5 combat this round, which means, plus that 1 down here, which enables me to attack any of these 3 monster cards. So what have we got? Gain 5 stars and draw 2 more cards. That's pretty good. Gain 1 star and draw 1 card. Well, this one's definitely a better option so far. Gain 5 stars. If an opponent has more than 1 construct, that player must destroy all but 1 construct. Wow. Now, I don't know how to see what constructs he got. Is this his constructs? No, that's his deck. Okay. How do I get rid of that? Not sure. Click it again. I've got myself into a pickle there, haven't I? Oh, it's not that one. Don't hit the escape key here, ladies and gentlemen. Perhaps if I click on another card, it'll... I don't know how to collapse this top bar. So much for showing off what I know. What I'm going to do is kill this card here. Oh, I can't. Oh, hang on. There you go. That's how you get rid of it. I'm going to kill this card. Oh, I can't now. Did I misread that before? I must have misread it. Okay. Let's kill that tyrant card. So I gained 5 stars out of that. That puts me quite a way into the lead now. I've still got 3 currency to spend. So I'm going to get another Mystic, add that to my deck. And see, my construct remains in play. Ah, that was the one I wanted. Okay. So I've got to draw 2 extra cards here, so let's just play it all. There we go. So for combat, this gives me a star, and this lets me draw another card, which may increase from 4 to 5, which would allow me to choose one of these. And I kind of like that Void Thirster, so I'm going to defeat the Tormented Soul to get another card out, which may be a currency card. No, it's just another combat card. So, gain a star and a currency? Yeah, let's do that. Which means I've now got 5, which means I can take this additional Void Thirster. Let's end the turn. Okay, so I'm only 1 star ahead, and we've only got... Now I'm behind, and there's only 18 stars left to grab. Okay, no real choices here, so let's play all these. 4 and 4 again. Nothing I can defeat here, so I might as well just defeat a couple of cultists and grab some stars that way. Copy the effect of a hero played this turn. So I can effectively duplicate some of my cards. So when this comes out, that could be quite useful. Yeah, okay. Let's add that into my discard. So if I play a militia card, for instance, I could play an additional copy of that. Looks like I'm losing to the AI here. He's still in the lead by 5 stars. That's horrendous. Okay, let's play all these. Doesn't seem to be any real choices here. 7 combat. Reward 3 stars. Take a card at random from each opponent's hand and add that to your hand. Wow, that's quite good. And I've only got 1. I could buy this, gain 1 and 1. I guess that's pretty useful. And I've got 1 star, so if I play this, I can now defeat another cultist. Puts me on 28 to his 27. It's very close. Let's end the turn. Now I've got to hope he doesn't grab all 5 stars. So my constructs have given me 2 attacks already, so draw 2 cards. Yep, I can just play all these. There's no real choice here. Defeat a monster that has 4 stars, 4 combat or less. So every time you play this, you can defeat something in the middle or cultist. But we're right near the end, so that wouldn't really be any good for me. I've got 6 combat and nothing to do with it. This is quite a good one. Defeat a more powerful monster, so I'll take it. I don't think I'm going to get to use it. So I'm going to grab 3 of those stars. So unless he's got special cards, he can't win now. He could purchase cards, because you gain stars through purchasing some cards. Like this card here, if you purchase this, 6 stars. Okay. I'm not sure if I'll get another turn now all the stars have gone. I might get 1 more turn. Yeah, okay, so let's just play all. This will be the last turn. Copy the effects of another card. Well, let's do a combat card, because that gives me another cultist to defeat. And basically that's all we're going to do this turn, because I think this is the final turn. They're defeated. Purchase for 3. Yeah, why not? End turn. Is that the end of the game? There it is. Me, player 1. And I'm the winner. Alright, that's it. See you next time. Bye.